Good morning. You know, they say that a local boy is supposed to know the lay of the land. But with all of you here, it feels like the whole world has come to my doorstep, and it's a bit overwhelming in the most positive way. Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakkam, and a very good morning to all of you here, and a very warm welcome to Cochin. And I'm saying this because I'm an absolute local boy, born and brought up here, started my career here, and I'm so proud and I'm so glad, with a lot of humility, to be standing here addressing this amazing gathering. Frankly, it's very overwhelming because the lineup of speakers that we have here scares me a bit in terms of what I should be saying and what I should not. But I really thank the organizers for putting me up first, because otherwise it becomes difficult to actually add on to some amazing stuff that we're going to hear through the day and tomorrow. You know, this is my hometown, and you have traveled from every corner of the world. And it's a privilege to welcome you to a place where our history and our future are deeply steeped in the culture of tea. So when it comes to South India, Cochin is synonymous, right? And the entire industry which knows South India tea would have spent time in Cochin. So I think it's an apt place, and that's one of the reasons why probably we are having the third such convention here. So first of all, a very big congratulations and a round of applause to the organizers for making this event so good. It's really amazing. So to all of you here, I think it's a great event, and it's a privilege to be standing here and talking, right? And I was actually wondering, what am I going to say today? Because it's not a specific topic as such. It is just to talk about what is the expectation. And I was wondering what needs to be told. And a lot of people came and asked me, what are you going to speak? So you're going to speak tomorrow? Because I'm a local boy, right? I mean, it becomes difficult, and it becomes all the more intimidating. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to reflect on what I spoke in the yesterday evening till today with a lot of people out here. So this August set of gathering here has got people who have given me the first spoon to taste tea, who have taken me through the journey of tasting, buying, blending, product development. So I've got people I've worked with, I've got people who have taught me, and I've got people who have really nurtured me in this career. And I was talking to a few of them, and I would just like to reflect, and I think that reflection also brings in a few questions which I presume the rest of the event would try and answer. First of all, I think we all are very proud because we work for a category, we work for a product which almost 90% of India wakes up to. Right? And I think we are the reason why India wakes up and in India feels invigorated every day morning. And I don't think it's far away for the global fraternity as well. The problem I feel here is that it's just becoming par for course, and we feel that things are being taken for granted. Before I came to Cochin, I was in Coimbatore with a few colleagues of mine, people who have not been in tea for a long time, and we were doing some market visit. One of the guys who went to this market, because he had to taste a lot of teas in the hot tea shops in Coimbatore, by the end of the day came and told me, you know what, I've had so much of tea. I didn't feel that I could drink so much tea in the first place because I've never tried to drink so much of tea. But you know what, the flavor, the various kinds of flavor, they're literally flavor bombs that hit me, and he said, I'm really excited because I never thought tea can have that kind of flavor and something that will stay after I drink the cup of tea. And I think this, because we are so much steeped into tea and we keep looking at tea day in and day out, probably we take a lot of things for granted. And I don't know how many of us talk about the fact, like, you know, for instance, in coffee, it is the aroma that comes in before it hits your palate. But probably tea, it is the flavor that hits your palate and stays with you. But I don't know how many of us really try to talk about it and actually promote it. In the days to come, we need to start talking about why tea is good, We do talk about it in many ways, but probably we need to kind of premiumize it. And I think you will hear a lot of people talking about it in terms of why tea should be premium, how can we make tea more premium, tea more liked, tea more wanted. And what are we targeting? We are targeting the generation that's going to come. One of the things that probably we need to look at is within the room itself, right? I don't know how many people are here who are below 25 years of age, or how many people are here who are below 30 years of age. This is becoming a bit of a challenge for us in terms of actually wooing the right kind of talent and keeping them. And I think this is important because what are we saying? We are saying that we need to sell tea to the generation that's going to come. But we are looking at, making it possible without actually having many of them within us or amongst us. So I think it's a big reflection for us in terms of how do we make this category a lot more desirable? How do we make this entire category, the work behind the category and the product in front of the packet a lot more desirable for us? A lot of work being done by all the packeteers and all the brand managers and the brand marketeers to actually make it what we are looking forward to. But I think there is still time to go. And I think this conference and this conclave should bring out in terms of ideas, should bring out in terms of innovations, which will actually ensure that we get more and more people trying out this category and make them more desirable. I was speaking to some of the old friends out here and they said, you know what, we bond so well over a cup of tea. Some old people from here, probably meeting them after 20 years, we could still connect with each other. And they said, this is what tea is. Tea helps us bond, right? Again, an attribute which is taken for granted. Probably we need to look at how we can make this an attribute that people want to look forward to. Bonding over a cup of tea, making tea more desirable, and how I can build emotions with a cup of tea. I think it's something that people need to look at. It comes with various flavors. It comes with the amount of variety which I don't think any beverage can offer, right? Are we actually capitalizing on it? I think we need to, and I'm sure that I'm looking forward to a lot of answers from all the panelists out here. Experience is what a few of the friends out here told in terms of how can you make tea experience a lot more relevant to today's people. Today's young, so I have 3 kids, one in the teens, right? They really love experience and they go out places to actually see what those experiences are. I think there's a lot of nuances to tea more than what we see inside the packet. The art of making tea, I don't know how much of art of making tea is promoted. While we love tea and we really talk amongst ourselves in terms of how to make the best cup of tea and how to make tea in various different ways, I don't know how much is being communicated to consumers or to the young generation. We do hear a lot about saying that, the entire act of making tea itself is zen. It's a feeling of zen. It is something that gives you peace. And there are so many people today talking about mindfulness as something that's very important for everyone. What better beverage can actually go with this theme of saying that, you can actually improve so much of mindfulness in people by actually making a very good cup of tea yourself and drinking it. Yeah, but I don't think so. Today we are just saying that tea for me is a pick-me-up. More in India, tea is the beverage which will give me a kick in the morning. Probably we need to graduate from there while not letting that go, because that's still the mass and the base for us. Probably build these experiences in terms of how we can actually promote this cup of tea. These are just some thought starters that came to my mind when I was talking to a lot of people between yesterday and today. Between all this, I don't think we should be foolish enough to forget some of the issues that are kind of plaguing the industry, right? A couple of them I did mention earlier. One was the entire bit of getting the right young talent into place, ensure that we get more people to be amongst us to actually ensure that we are able to sell more of the tea that they want. And I would sincerely urge the organizers that next time we have uh, a tasting competition like what we had now. Probably we would like to see not just black tea, but probably if you're talking about innovation and new products, probably you need more of that as well, because that's what is something that we want to actually promote, and that's what we are saying that is going to drive consumption in future. So probably we need to bring that in. And I would really look forward to also having such competitions which will give us insights in terms of what does that generation want. So maybe along with the competition that we have here with experts, which should be there so that you don't lose the art of making very good tea, probably we need to also look at having competitions by calling in a group of youngsters and actually say what is it that you like from here. And I think unless we start doing this, probably we may not be open to certain facts and ideas that probably will drive this category for tomorrow. That's all I wanted to say, and on behalf of the company that I represent, we are fully, I would say, invested in ensuring that we will premiumize this category, we will build salience for this category, and we will ensure that we try and take this category to the next level in terms of both consumption as well as in terms of experience and in terms of what we should be looking in terms of the future. So thank you very much, and I wish everyone here all the very best, and I'm sure next time we meet, we will have a lot more in terms of innovations, and we will be totally invigorated as what Matthew was mentioning. Thank you very much, and all the very best.